Welcome to 6 Minutes. I'm your host, Melanie. Today, in this 6-minute segment, we are going to be discussing the issues that have occurred in South Africa. We will be having two special guests this evening. Our first guest is here now. Let's welcome Garrett Walsh. Welcome, Garrett. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
So you know all about the imperialism that happened in South Africa. When did it all start?
Well, from the 1860s to the 1880s, mineral discoveries made a huge impact on South Africa.
Oh, really? Do you know what mineral specifically?
Yeah, diamonds were discovered in 1867 in the Vale and Oregon River area, which is just north of the Cape Colony.
Interesting. Is that the reason why the Europeans were interested in taking over South Africa?
Yeah, the British government became attracted to the mineral wealth, and eventually the diamond industry became the key to the economy, fortunes in Cape Colony. It provided the single largest source of export earnings, and that was why British included Cape. Both eastern and western into the areas were occupied. In the 17th and 18th century, the settlers were mostly Dutch and Germany.
Okay, well thank you so much for being here, Garrett. You have given us some great information, but we're going to take a commercial break, and when we get back, we'll be joined by our second guest.
Hi, I'm Ranger Rick,
And I'm Dale.
and I'm going to take you guys on a tour of the South African jungle.
Let's go. So, Ranger Rick, what kind of trees are these?
These are the Ooga Booga trees, very well known in the South African culture.
And I heard the South Africans use these to make boats and houses and stuff that makes wood, or that uses wood.
Yes, Dale, trees are used to make wood.
That is very interesting. So, it is very warm out today, as you can see.
Yes.
So, Ranger Rick, what kind of leaves are these?
These are the West African brown leaves. They were brought here by the West African tribe of the Buka.
Nice. Interesting.
And then that was about 300 years ago, planted here. Now all these trees were brought here from wherever they came from.
So, is this a good vacation place? Like, would you want to stay here to get away from your family?
I don't know if I would really say that, because there are a lot of man-eating lions and tigers in here.
That's kind of my forte, though.
Well then, yeah, you should definitely do it.
That sounds good. Yeah, so what can you tell me about how are these paths created?
These paths were created by the elephants that would come here to mate.
Oh, wow.
This is their natural mating ground right there. And if you can hear it right now, there are two elephants mating right now.
No way, that's insane.
If you can hear it in the distance, it sounds like two elephants making love.
Wow. Okay,
Don't show the homes.
so I heard this jungle's pretty big. About how big is it?
It stretches all across South Africa, over hundreds and thousands of miles.
Wow, that's crazy.
Let's just end it. All right, this is the end of our tour, Dale. I hope you had a great time here, and I hope we can see more people coming back to South Africa.
It was pretty fun.
Welcome back to 6 Minutes. We are now joined by Hailey. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
So give me your interpretation on how the white settlement played out through the years.
Well, from what I know, white settlement actually began in South Africa in 1652, and by 1814, that's when the Britain included Cape Colony, the white population had increased from 20,000 to 43,000.
So I know that the imperialism all began because of the discovery of minerals like diamonds. Do you know any interesting facts about that?
Actually, the discovery of diamonds and gold led to white immigration, and that is what really created the growth in population.
Oh, so do you know if there's any tension between Britain and South Africa, like any wars or anything like that?
Well, I do know there was a South African War from 1899 to 1902, where the British defeated the South African Republic and Orange Free State. and in 1910 South Africa unified and created a constitution which excluded the black majority from the vote. And in 1911 the ratio of blacks to white was 5 million to 1,250,000.
Very interesting. So what happened post the creation of the Constitution?
The National Party defeated the United Party government in 1948 and ruled South Africa for 46 years.
Interesting. So I heard apartheid became a factor in this.
Yeah, it was resisted by the African National Congress in the 1950s and it was banned in the 1960s.
So can you kind of explain what apartheid is?
Yeah, apartheid was the separation of the non-white population.
Correct. So then later in the years, a constitution was established which actually removed the power from the whites and gave a vote to all the people in South Africa. And eventually, new freedoms and opportunities were welcomed by almost all South Africans. So tell me what good things came out of this situation.
Well, the fact that apartheid was banned was good, and voting for all people was a great outcome. Also, the freedom and opportunities that were taken by almost all the people in South Africa.
Good. So what were some of the cons of this problem?
Well, the Constitution, which excluded the blacks, the loss of wars, and the struggle to keep control of the land.
So to wrap this all up, what we've come to learn about the Southern African imperialism is that it basically all started because of the discovery of minerals, and the white population in South Africa increased. And in the end, new advantages took place. But overall, within about 20 years' time, Europeans dominated millions of Africans. Hailey, thank you for being here with us today. And thank you guys for watching. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode of 6 Minutes. See you all next time.